Hey, so Saudi Arabia did official press conference on the drone or cruise missile or whatnot that hit the oil refineries in Saudi Arabia. So they did a little more than 15-minute press conference on and Al Jazeera was the one that covered it. That was notified me on YouTube. So, and that was about 4 hours ago, I guess. But the reason I'm covering this is because, we have Trump saying, let us know who you think. Let us know when you get the intelligence to say who's responsible. And the Saudis are basically, and this is a general in Saudi who is stating that it's Iran. As I was watching this, I'm thinking, when they're showing this video, they're trying to show the attack as it was happening from video that's supposed to have covered the just before the attack. And so they have a big red circle, but you can't see anything in there. And this is supposed to be, definitive that it was Iran through its proxies. Even though the Houthis have now twice affirmed that they are the ones that did it. So, Trump said, "We're locked and loaded. We're just gonna wait on you, and you can tell us who did it and what you want to do about it." And Tulsi, I love this. Tulsi Gabbard did a video that was awesome. She basically said, you can't treat the U.S. military as prostitutes and pimp them out to other countries. And I've made videos about how our military and in the United States and generally in the West have basically been used as mercenary forces for the interest of corporations. And that's something that's been happening for a very, very long time. And I love the fact that Tulsi covered that. But what concerns me is that now Saudi Arabia is confirming that Iran did it, that Iran is responsible. And the thing is it's all crap because the countries like the United States, the UK, France, Germany, Israel, Canada have been selling weapons like it was going out of style, and a lot of it has gone to Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states. Never mind, everywhere in the Middle East and in South America, Central America, you name it, it's going into Burma or whatever the hell it's being called nowadays. So it's absolutely stupid. But a funny thought occurred to me as I watched this. I'm thinking, wow, Saudi Arabia is doing a great job of promoting Iranian weapons. Iranian weapons, because they're talking about the accuracy and how it got through and so on and so forth, and the technological advancements of the weapons used and so on and so forth. But so you're basically promoting Iran's weapons. If we're to believe that if we're to believe the narrative and rhetoric, which is completely stupid. And the thing is that, you know, they were supposed to have Patriot batteries and all sorts of other defensive and offensive capabilities from the United States and elsewhere, and yet these weapons produced by Iran, supposedly produced by Iran, and more than likely they probably were produced by Iran. But who the fuck cares? The West is the biggest dealers of death machines around the world. The West has been using their militaries as if they're mercenary forces. So let's face it, it's a nothing burger. So you know, the thought occurred to me is like the West weapons manufacturers should be like, and the West government should be putting a kibosh on this sort of crap, because they're basically saying, "Oh, Iran is technologically more advanced than us. They've been able to manufacture something on the cheap, really cheap, versus out in the West where where it's hundreds of millions of dollars to billions of dollars to produce a weapons system, and and they can produce these weapon systems, that are like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and they're selling them. So basically, you're not really putting confidence in Western weapons manufacturing. Now, understand, I'm not for weapons, but just the sheer idiocy. Because if you're spending hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on weapon systems, and you can get a $30,000 drone or cruise missile, and it can go in and do the damage and go past your supposedly best defensive weapon systems, and take a country who has spent billions of dollars getting the defensive systems in. Are you stupid? Are you so idiotic? So, anyways, yeah, I had kind of a good laugh watching this, and unfortunately, unfortunately, there are too many people that don't think critically about this sort of stuff, and are completely unhinged and biased. And can't make one and one come together to get two. They get one and one, they got six. So my feeling is that with this press release, there is a high probable chance that that a hot war will start with Iran, backed by the United States and the Western countries who are heavily invested in this, especially the UK, and Canada will probably join in. Of course, the the Gulf states that like the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and all those others. But I could also be wrong, and there may be some sanity in the governments of the West, and they say no. But especially in the U.S., maybe we'll see a miracle. And it won't happen. But I guess the whole point is that Saudis have basically affirmed what Trump asked them to affirm, and so now the question is will we go into a hot war? Will our military again be prostituted out and pimped out? And the cost of going to a war with Iran, it will be catastrophically higher for the people of Iran and in the greater Middle East, and but it will have a catastrophically higher impact for Americans, and so I hope I'm wrong and it won't go down, but I'm a pessimist, and I think that's I think it's a good likelihood that it will, because we have the corporations who buy out the policies, so basically they rule the government and control the country. They want to see it, and with the economic collapse, which is going to happen, it gives very soon. It gives more motivation to do this, and Trump's not doing so well in the polls or in the media or in the general public, with the exception of some insane people who make up less than a quarter of the population of the country. So, political and not political leaders, criminal leaders always do this. When
call from +12678994394.
start a war, and so the likelihood of that happening is pretty good. So, anyways, that's it.